We are live. We are live. We are live. I believe we're live. Let's find out if we're live. We should find these things out if we're live. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So bring this up and then we'll find me. And then yeah, there we are. I'm live. Look at that. All right. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. So I am live. That's the important thing. All right. Welcome, YouTubers, young and old and smart and left and right and up and down and all around. And what we are doing today is we're doing some live unboxings. We've got we're going to start with this charge mag right here. It's kind of catching up with everything. There's the charge mag. So we're going to hit onto Amazon in a minute here. And let's just do it this way. There we go. And then, yeah, we're going to get started. So we're going to get onto Amazon in about a minute here. But in the meantime, hey, you can find me over at geekazine.com, youtube.com/geekazine, and amazon.com/shop/geekazine. Took a drink there. CES, post CES stuff, pretty sweet. Just it's been crazy. It's been wild, and now it's almost over. I got everything up on YouTube. I need to get everything finished for the website. So that's coming on shortly and all that stuff like that. So, all right, we're at 240, 229, 229, 229. I'm looking at one, it says 238, and the other one, the YouTube live says 233, and it's 219 right now on the actual live. So anyway, got 206. We got a couple items that I'm going to show you that I saw at CES too. So we got some cool stuff there. So let's go ahead and we're going to push this off to the AMS. And making sure that the AMS is going. So we're just going to go over here. Oh, look at that. Awesome. How you guys doing over at AMS? Of course, go ahead, like, and, we'll just hit the follow button. I'm just going to say hello, unmute, and say hi. There we go. Perfect. I got about 122 before we get started here. I'm just trying to reorganize my screen. I need another monitor. That's the bottom line. Is I need another monitor, something that is wireless. Wireless. That's just happens to be sitting to my left, which I could utilize. Next time. I don't have time for. We got a minute. 1 minute before we get started here. If you're over on amazon.com/shop/geekazine, welcome. Go ahead and unmute. Go ahead, say hi. Go ahead and hit that follow button down below. You can also, if you're on YouTube, hit that follow button as well as we go. So we've got the stream. We've got that. Ooh, do I have my record? Yes, we do. So I think we've got everything. I'm just going to hit that right here. So we're just going to be recording as we do all of this. So 24 seconds left. So we're live on YouTube. We're live on Amazon as well. So feel free to say hi and everything like that. I want to do one more thing. So this is going to have to take 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds. It's not going to take 10 seconds. There we go. All right. So the zeros are zeros. So let's go ahead and get rid of those. And welcome. Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine, Think Magazine, Put into Geek, and you got me. That's me. And I hope you guys are having a great January. However you celebrate your Januaries. Last time we met, if you were on Amazon, we were in December of 2024. It's now January of 2025. I've done a few live streams over on YouTube, so the YouTube people have seen me already. But hey, it's a great day, and I forgot to grab the shirt. Shoot, 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 shoot. Is that it? No, it's not over there. Anyway, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? This is the first time you came over. I appreciate it very much. If you haven't checked everything out, that's over at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine. Of course, you can also go to youtube.com/Geekazine. Geekazine Think Magazine, put in Geek, you got me wherever, Facebook, Twitter, or X, or whatever it is, blah, 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 Mastodon and Blue Sky and Threads and blah, 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 Geekazine. There we are. So, but today we are doing some unboxings. We're catching up because when it comes to CES is just takes my mind and wraps it around a tree, and then takes it off the tree, straightens it off, and wraps it around that tree once again. That's how wild CES can be, because there's a lot that happens at CES. So basically and this is a first for me. From the 5th, I started content on the 5th of January for CES, and technically I'm officially done with the content. I have to post some stuff up on my website, but it's all done. It's all done, and I'm really, 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 really happy for that, because sometimes it took, what the content took me to March, but it was more the fact that, excuse me, I was just doing content differently. And then I had the new system, and I've talked about this system before, where I could actually switch between scenes. So I could have a camera that does the PTZ thing like I do in studio. I have the camera pointing at the person. So it's multi-camera madness is what I call it. And I'm not done yet with that setup, with that figuring out that rig. So but anyway, so got done, flew back. I already had some posts up. So, but of course, it was all about getting the rest of the posts up. Now, usually I get about 30 to 40 to 50, somewhere in there, videos, decent videos that I got. And all of them are up on YouTube right now. And of course, they'll be up on Geekazine, most of them shortly. So, and of course, you can go over, some of them will actually be up on Amazon. So once again, you can go over to amazon.com/shop/Geekazine, where you can check out my page here. And the follow button is down below if you'd like to follow. We've got some products here. This guy right here, this is a 20,000 watt charger from Lightly. And it's 20,000 watts because it's a 4-watt charger, and it's meant to charge power tools and lawnmowers and snow blowers and everything like that. So it's a super powerful charger. Do I have the battery here? Or is it upstairs? I think it's upstairs. I think it's upstairs. Anyway, no, it's over there. I haven't yet. It's over there. So anyway, but these are the things that I found at CES, and of course I'll be showing you all of my other videos and posts and everything you can find over at, once again, amazon.com/shop/Geekazine. That's where you can find me most of the time, and of course all the other channels as well. So we're going to bring that down. I'm going to do this really quick so I can see some things. And once again, if you want to say hi, go ahead, like Daniel just did. Daniel goes, yo. I don't know. I don't have the, I should have it set up so it shows social links down below, but I don't have that. But anyway, to Daniel, I say, yo. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do it this way. To Daniel, I say, go up a little. Whoops. That's a little bit too much. Come back down. Come back down. Hate it when that does that. And we'll zoom in a little, and I'll go, yo. Okay, now we're back. Okay. I'm having fun with my PTZ cameras. What can you do? So today we're going to be taking a look at some cool stuff. We've got chargers, we've got displays, we've got more displays, we've got, what else do we got? What else am I unboxing? I don't know what else I'm unboxing. I'm unboxing a few things. So, and we can check it all out. And you can see we got the first item up for bid up right here. There we go. I think that's click that. Okay. If you want to get the full list right now over on YouTube, I don't have the full list of items. That's why you have to go over to amazon.com/shop/Geekazine, or go to amazon.com/live and then find Geekazine from there. That's where you're going to have the chat. That's where you're going to have the all the products that we're talking about on today's show. All right. Now that I've said that, now that I've done that, everything's recording, everything's streaming. I'm happy about that. Let's talk about this guy right here. This is, wow, I do need to see that, don't I? This is the STM Charge Tree Mag, which it's basically a MagSafe wireless 3-in-1 charger. Let's do this. Trying to get everything into the box here. There we go. So you can, if you've got wireless charging, if you're doing any type of for your iPhone, anything that does MagSafe, and it's the phone, it's the watch, it's the headphones, all of them in this nice little compact case. And basically, it's meant for travel. So, like for instance, going to be going on travel next month. I'll probably be taking this guy with me because it is lightweight. It's easy to set up. You can put it onto any type of nightstand, and it folds looks like pretty easily. It charges up to 3 devices in half the space, and it saves a lot on that. Now the charging, if you keep the 20-watt power adapter with it, you'll have a decent charge coming out of it. Keep in mind, the more you plug into this guy, the more that it's going to take out of the charge. So you can't see that. Let's do that. There we go. So there's the Charge Tree Mag right there. Pretty cool idea. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got. Magnetic opening. Look at that. It's in the box. There we go. Let's go ahead and open this box here really quick. And that requires a knife. Yeah, let's go ahead and, while I'm trying to figure out how to open this box, Daniel, how you been doing? Come on. It's been a while. Let's just rip it. I don't know. Rip it. Actually, let's do it this way. I want to start doing it this way. So let's go ahead, and now we can't rip it. So we'll start right here, like this. And we're going to go down to 2. I think that's the right one. There we go. Look at that. And we're going to get my cube out of the way. All right, here we go. So we're going to start by opening this up and showing this part right here. And then we're going to go and we're just going to rip it open. Keeping them with confines. There we go. All right. 2 things we have here. First of all, we've got the charger right here. It folds up like this and sits on your table like this. We can also fold out the little watch charger right there. And then, of course, close it back up. We've got a charge port up there, you can see. And there we go. And it also comes with the USB-C to C cord right there. So, all right. That was that. I'm kidding. There's more to it. So what I did notice, yeah, they don't give you a plug. That's kind of, you know. We are good. We got more than enough plugs, but it's always nice when it comes to something like this. It's always nice to have a charge plug. But anyway, so keep that in mind if you get this guy right here. So what we can do, we got a way to charge this. So, but anyway, 3-in-1 MagSafe charger. As you can see, we've got the main charger for your phone. Let me just make sure nothing is up on screen. There we go. We're on Do Not Disturb. So there we go. That links right there, as you can see. And then, of course, we've got our USB-C to C cable, which is probably a charge-only cable. Looks like it can charge 20 watts. So we'll go ahead and we'll just unwrap it. We'll plug it in. And then we'll plug it in here, which is an item I'm going to be talking. Well, I'll talk about this with this. This is the Anchor device, charging device. I'll talk about that in a second. As you can see, it is charging the phone just fine. And let me just do this. Up a little bit. There we go. So it's charging. Of course, you can turn it and you can get the little clock thing. Well, pictures. There's some pictures from 2023. So, but you can also get your clock set up and everything like that. Bring this guy right down right here. Do I do this? Or it's up. Okay. Bring it up like that. And now your watch is available. So I can take my watch and go like this and put that on there, and that will charge. That is interesting. It does not give you enough space to turn this, so you can't put the watch on at the same time as you go into vertical mode on your phone. So if that doesn't bother you, then that's okay. And then of course in the back, that's where we do our charge of our headphones. I don't know if I have AirPods Pro over here. Hold on a second. Let me check. In all reality, I don't know where my AirPods Pro are right now. That's okay. That's okay. So, all right, we're charging, and our little device that's charging is telling us that we're charging. The phone's probably, well, it's at 91%, so it is charging. And then the watch is charging. I'm being told that the charge is at going about 10 watts right now. So as you can see, we can get that charged up. And then, of course, you can lay it flat as well. And then when you're on travel, you can fold it up and put it into a bag fairly easy. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put that watch back on. We'll flip this down, and you can see how flat that is to put into a bag or put into a suitcase or anything like that. So that is the Charge Tree Mag from STM. That's a STM Charge, and the STM Charge Tree Mag right there. All right. Since I have it close by, let's talk about this really quick. And by the way, that's 95.69 right now for the 3-in-1 STM Charge Tree Mag right there. Set that right there. Stay. All right. Since we have this out, I should have kept it plugged in. But anyway, we'll talk about the Anchor here. This is the Anchor. Let's close this up. Let's go over to the Anchor. This sits on my desk. It's pretty sweet because there it is. It's what's called their Prime Charger, and it's a 250 watt GAN USB charger. Now on the front here, and let's see if I go, there we go. On the front here, we have 4 USB-C inputs for charging. They can be anything from phones to tablets to even laptops. Any device that charges at 96 up to 96 watts or better, you should be able to. But if you've got like a MacBook Air or something that does a 65 watt charge that does USB-C, you can plug it in here and it will charge. Plus, we have 2 USB-A ports on the side, and you see there's the little dial right there. And as I'm doing that, you can kind of see that move around on the interface right here. But not sure what happened there. Is that like a little happy guy or something like that? If we click on here, we can get some more information, and we can do a lot with this thing, not only through this device, but also through the phone. So there is an app that you can download, and you can set up the Wi-Fi. So basically, let's say you're on the road and you plugged in like 6 things into here. You can set up schedules. So if you're gone for 2 weeks, it's not constantly pushing on the battery. you can set it to turn off. You can set it for priority. So let's say your main laptop is at 0% and the other laptops are at 50% that you have plugged in here. And you need that main laptop in a couple hours. So you can set the priority to the first one, charge, give it the most amount of charge. And then the other ones, kind of do trickle until that's fully charged and then go from there. It doesn't what's called an AI charge, which means that it will look and see which one needs to charge the most and everything like that. You get the idea. But you can charge, like I said, 4 USB-C, 2 USB-As. So, and then you don't need to charge. You could have like lights put into here or anything like that. You could have that multi-charger plugged in there. That's what we did. We did have this plugged into there and create the port priority for you guys. So, Amazon customer just says, hey, but I can't think of your name. Oh man, just I hijacked on his Amazon lives. Why does it say just Amazon customer? That's weird. Yeah, it's Scott. Yeah, that's right. Your name has been broken over a month. That's crazy. That's crazy. They should unbreak that name. Unbreak that name. I don't know. How do you unbreak a name? I don't know. Anyway, we got some more stuff to unbox and everything. I see a few others with the same issue. It's weird. When I was on yours, you saw my name though, right? Because I don't know about that issue. All right, let me get something to drink. Now, while I was over on YouTube, I start YouTube before I start Amazon. I was talking about CES. So CES is just this crazy thing. It's awesome. And I'm going to skip over to this one. We'll do this one first because there we go. We'll do this one first because you're going to see some of the cool stuff that we get to see at CES. And and of course, I'm trying out something new, and that is showing off some of the third-party content that I have here. So we got done with that. Let's go ahead and close that out. There we go. Let's get over to that one. One of the companies that I did found at CES. Yes, I saw your name. Thank you very much. Thanks for letting me know. One of the companies that I saw over at CES was a company called Neakasa, Neakasa, and they were doing a pet steam groomer, I believe, but they also had this. This was at CES last year, and of course they've done some improvements, and this is a #1 seller, and this is also got 20% off right now. I believe, is it in Lightning Deal? Yeah, it's in Lightning Deal right now. 11% claimed. It's $479.99. It is the Neakasa M1 open top self-cleaning cat litter box. Let me show you how that is. So basically, we're going to be watching as he does the cat litter. He poured some water in there. That's what that is, to emulate some of the stuff that happens inside of the litter box. Now, he was telling me that an open design is something that's very important for cats so they can see around. I always thought you had to have it hidden so they could be a little bit more secluded or whatever, but they really want that open environment to see around, which is really interesting. I learned a little bit about that. So he's basically showing us how this thing cleans. So the cat leaves the litter box, it waits a little while, and then starts this process. If the cat comes back to use the litter box again, then it will stop the process and get it back to where it needs to be so the cat can be in there. The waste goes down to a receptacle below. And the cool thing about this is if it's set up for one cat will do, you can use it for about 2 weeks before you really have to set it up. So if I go on a longer trip, we go on vacation, then we can set this up so this thing will continue to clean and then still have enough litter at the end when they come back. You always want to set up another litter box if you're gone for a few weeks. So just in case, something like this maybe the power goes out or anything like that. So you got to watch out for that. But the waste disposal is underneath, and they're in bags So you just basically have to pull out the tray and then get the bag open and then turn around and bring this out. Let me fast forward this a little bit so you get the idea. So there's the back. Now we're back here. So there's the tray right there and the litter box. That's where all the waste goes, and it can be set up. It can be set up on your phone. It can be set up on your tablet. So I could be, if I'm out traveling, I can check some of the stats of how many times the cat went in the litter box and when how many times it's cleaned. Maybe do an auto clean at that point, things like that. So there's a lot of cool stuff with this Mikasa M1 for your cat, and it's a smart box, and I love it. I love smart boxes when I have to go on travel. Hold on one second. All right, the heater went on. Hate it when that happens. But anyway, the whole point is that you can set this up so you have your cat will have a clean litter box, because if you don't have a clean litter box, the cat will start to find other places to go. And because cat doesn't want to be on top of ick to try and do his or her business. So keeping that clean is an important part on this whole thing. So anyway, that is the Mikasa M1 open top self-cleaning cat litter box. I'm not sure why that's not turning off. Let's do that again. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's move on from there. So that is the Mikasa, and I like the fact that that worked. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing here. And the next thing is a portable monitor. That's not it. Where is it? What did I do with it? Here, portable monitor, portable. Oh, there it is. There it is, right there. All right. Let's talk. I love portable monitors. When I was in IT and I was driving around with a laptop in a bag, I would have loved to have a portable monitor in a bag as well. And so these monitors are just crazy for this. So this is the QQH Z12-3. And it is a portable monitor. I think is it 18 inches? Let me double check. Let me grab my numbers here. Close that out. That's the wrong thing. There we go. So this is the QQH portable monitor, 15.6 inch, 1080p USB-C HDMI travel monitor with smart cover and speaker. So you basically it's a second monitor for your laptop. And I didn't grab my MacBook Air. I was going to plug that in. I might have another computer to set that up, but I might need to go upstairs to grab the laptop. But anyway, the whole point is that we can now set up and run multiple monitors in different ways. And so let's go ahead and get this unboxed, or get this opened up. And before I do that, I just want to set this up really quick. Give me a second. What? There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get this open. Thought that would do it. There we go. Let's go ahead and look that up. Easier said than done. There we go. Put that down. We've got a plug on the side here, right there. So a nice little plug. Let's go ahead and open this up. There's it. There we are. Oh, that plastic is tough. Serious? Serious? There you go. So there's the plug right there. This plug is, let's see, 5 volts, 2 amps plug, and that's very important when it comes to when you're plugging things in, because sometimes it requires a more powerful plug. There's the monitor right here. We're just going to set this aside. We've got some documentation right here. We've got one cable right here, which is, oh, these are resealable bags. So let's do that. We got the USB-C to C cable. Right here is going to be your HDMI cable. Taking these caps off. So this is an HDMI to HDMI mini cable right here. And then right here is another one. It's also zippered bag. This is another USB-C to A cable right here. All right, take that down. And now we have the monitor. Let's go ahead and pull it out of here. There's the monitor right here. We'll open it up. Looks like we got some more instructions right here. And then the QQH name. It sets up. We're just going to set it up. Oh, there's a little plastic we need to take off. Let's take that off. And then we're going to set that up like, I believe it's going to go simply like that. With a little flap like that. It's usually how those work. So I'm going to show you from the side here. There we go. I'll go back out. Whoops. Yep. Yeah. There we are. So what we did was we took the monitor and we flipped it up from here and we put it on that second crease, because that first crease is meant to fold over like this. So it gives you a little bit more holding on the monitor. So with that, that is the monitor. We're going to see on the side here that this is where all the plugs are. Let me zoom in on that. Bring that down. Have any buttons? Okay. So this is where mostly where you're going to find everything. There's a set of buttons up here we'll show you. But down here, we have 2 USB-C plugs and one where the micro HDMI goes into. And the idea is that if you've got a game console like a Wii or not a Wii, but I'm a little bit outdated on the Wii. You can plug a Wii in. Anything with an HDMI port, you plug HDMI to HDMI micro into here, and this will run. You will need a power source, and that's where the USB power comes in. But if you have a monitor that does direct USB display port device, like a MacBook Air, it'll plug in, it will recognize, and then it will it'll power it and go from there. I have several of these types of monitors all around, and they work great for that. In fact, one of my monitors is sitting on as the teleprompter, and it works really well. Let's move up here, and I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me shine a light on here. All right, there we go. So right here we have a series of buttons, and I'm not sure what they do just yet, It looks like they can also be used for playing and going forward, but they'll also be your buttons that will most likely change if you have multiple monitors connected up to this. And then we have a headphone jack. There are speakers in this. You can kind of see that down below as this goes out of focus for some reason because it's focusing in on this. Let's just do this. There we go. And then hit that button. So now, so you can hook in your headphones and then be able to control the monitor from here. Let's just make sure nothing's on the other side. The only thing that's on the other side, you can't see it because I'm shining the light, is the speaker right there. There's no other buttons on the back or anything. We'll just pop this off, but there are the information right there. So we have, oops, up on top. Try and get this so you can see it, but not see it. So as you can see, headphone, the menu button, and then the power button. And then down here, USB-C, USB-C. I'm sorry, it shows Thunderbolt, but it's technically USB-C powered, USB-C powered, and then the HDMI connector. So with that said, with that done, let's go ahead and do this. The case itself, you want to see that. Okay, there we go. The case itself, as you can see, it completely comes off. It's all magnetic. So we'll bring this back on like this, and then we'll bring this up and then down like so, and then we have it remounted from there. Let me grab let me think here. Do I have something close by that will emulate? Let's give this a try. This is an ATSC box that I've been reviewing. Unplugged. Oh, what can we unplug? Yeah. There we go. Plug this in. Plug this in. Give me a second. There we go. So what we're doing is we're plugging in this device into the monitor here. And we'll wrap this around so you don't see. There we go. And then we'll just put this into the anchor instead of plug into the charger, which you can do. You can easily do. No, not a problem. So another great use for that anchor because it just sits there waiting to be utilized. So we'll plug that in. And that looks like it's loaded up. So we'll plug that in. So now what we'll see most likely is the QQH logo. And then it's going to search to see where it finds a signal. Here's a signal for the, that's for the GT media box, the converter X1. So as you can see, it plugs in, it detects, and then it finds it from there. We do have a set of buttons here, and we can check our what type, which connection we have, and then we can change our volume right here, and then we can change our brightness. So let's zoom in on this. So as you can see, let's go ahead and do that again. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. So as you can see, we can change our brightness or contrast, our image for eco or DCR. We can do color temperature. We can do OSD settings for transparency and stuff like that. And we have our reset options and then miscellaneous from there. So as you can see, we have that. And of course, then we have this all set up into one monitor. And that's the QQH 15.6 inch monitor, 1080p monitor for, let's do that again. And that's the QQH 1080p 15.6 inch monitor. And once again, the best part is we just unplug everything like that and that. We take this and then look at how thin that puppy is, minus the cables, of course. Look at how thin that is. So if I had a bag, I usually would put my laptop in. This could set right next to the laptop. It's just that thin. And take it with you. And the weight is relative. It's only a couple pounds. So it's not going to add too much to your system. So anyway, that's the QQH 15.6 inch monitor, $79.99 for if $79.99 if you're looking for a monitor. So all right, that's that. That was it. That was. I gotta keep that on because I've got to go through. There's a firmware update I got to do on this. So I'm gonna set that over there for now. We're gonna unplug this and get this puppy out of the way. In the meantime, hey, if you want to go over to amazon.com/shop/Geekazine, that's where you go to find me and all the cool stuff that I've reviewed from there. All right, what's next? Speaking of reviews, I got another review that I want to do an update on because as some of you know how my setup is, it is very interesting because this is a very portable, movable set. This table's on wheels, my computer's on wheels, and separate from the table. Everything can move around within a moment's notice, and that's because if I need to set up for something else, maybe I'm doing an unboxing of an item that's super big, then I can get the table out of the way, and we can do it that way, or whatnot. So many different ways to set up this system. And the one thing I did was on this cart, and I'm going to show you the cart here. Let me just do this really quick. I'm trying to, yeah. So we'll go over to here. Boom, there we go. You didn't see what I just did there, but that's okay. We're going to zoom this out. Okay. So you can kind of see it through here. But anyway, so what this is my system here. Let's get this out of the way. So basically we have two monitors. The main monitor where I'm watching myself through all the back and forth. And of course, a camera with a teleprompter actually connected up to it. And I can talk about, you could get the teleprompter and the monitor off of Amazon, but they don't come as a set. I actually kind of modded that to do this. And I'll talk about that in another episode or whatever. But this is the monitor I wanted to talk about. This is the View Edge. Had to say it right. View it because this first monitor is a ViewSonic. This monitor is a View Edge. It's a 24-inch monitor, FHD monitor. It can go. It supports 75 hertz. But basically it's great for gaming. I think it goes 165 hertz, if I remember correct. But there are different versions that you can get for it. It does have VGA ports and a VESA mountable, which is what I have. It's actually on a VESA mount right now on this system, so I can move this monitor around. In fact, it's fairly straightforward. That's basically, you have to turn it up and down, bring it down if I want to, bring it up if I want to, back down if I want to, and I can completely adjust it to what I need it to do. That's on the arm. That doesn't come with it. There is a stand that you can put it onto a table, and that does come with it. It is an ultra thin bezel design. So I don't know, you can see just how thin. It's tough to see how thin the edges are on this thing. But when I put it into my system, I was really happy. I had another display in there that was pretty old. It was time to retire it. And then I had one of the portable displays, actually a dual portable display, which was working great. But I needed something, I needed the space, and I needed to be able to see it, because the 15.6-inch monitors, for all the greatness that they're 15.6-inch monitors, perfect for a desktop, not great when I start to get about 4 or 5 feet away from them. So we got this monitor. I think it's set up as 1080p. Because it is 1080p, there is a 4K version of this out there too. That is my understanding from View Edge. So as you can see, we've got everything set up on there, and of course, it's been running for the last, oh gosh, I'd say about last month onto my system, and it's been working great. The HDMI ports, you can plug in more than one device. That TV device I had plugged in there, so I could actually see what was going on. So you could actually turn this monitor into a TV by adding that thing, and it looks great. It looks great from watching movies, from doing what I'm doing here, which is work, and a lot more. So we've got this guy right here, which is the View Edge 24-inch monitor. It's on Lightning Deal right now, I believe. Let me double check to see if it's still on Lightning Deal. Yes, it is. It's 45% claimed at $69.99. So it's relatively inexpensive. So you can actually add, if you decide, hey, I want to build a multi-monitor system. It's not 4K, it's just 1080p. If that doesn't bother you, then you can have some extra monitors around your computer, which is always a good thing. And it's a regular monitor, not a portable monitor. Like I said, for all the good that portable monitors are, there are some things that they don't do too well, and that is where these monitors come in. And then I can set up my desk and my system like this. It works really, really well. I really enjoy it. So anyway, that is from View Edge. You can check that out. We have the link down in the notes there over at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine, where you can find me. Go ahead and once you get over there, go ahead and hit that follow button. I appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's move on from here. What do we got next? Let's talk about this one right here. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but let's talk about this one right here. And I need to do that. There we go. And we'll take that off. There we go. And check this guy out. This is the Bartesian, let me call it up here, the Bartesian Professional Cocktail Machine. And I saw this at CES, and he's actually making me a mocktail. Now, here's how it works. You have these pods. He's pulling a pod out of the drawer right now that are different types of drinks, like a pina colada, like there's several different ones. I don't remember which one I had, but it's just there's no alcohol in the pods. It's just the flavors. The little glass bottles that you see in the left and the right side, depending on the model that you get, are whatever liquid you put in. Water in one, and you can have like rum or vodka or whatever in the other ones, or you can have straight up water. That's what makes it into a mocktail. You can also have it set up. There's buttons on there that says, I want this as a mocktail, not a cocktail. And what it's doing, just like with your coffee machine, you put the pot in, it'll mix the ingredients. You have to put in your own ice. There's no ice chopper or anything like that on there, on these units at least. I don't know if they actually do have a model, but what it does is then it pours your mocktail to whatever you need. And then when it's done, you're good to go. And you can have your drink right there. So that's a pretty cool thing. And like I said, you could do more than just alcoholic cocktails. So if you're looking for a mocktail margarita or a mocktail, I don't know, anything like that, you've got a device that will help you create those fun drinks to have around. And it sits on top of a counter, just like your coffee pod maker. And you got a lot of great options for that. And I'm not sure if you can make if they have like any type of iced teas or anything like that. I'd be very interested in that. But different pods, I think he said 70 different flavors options available right now. But they have different tiers there, and the lowest one is going to start you at about $249.99. This one right here is $449.99, and you can check that out. So make all your favorite cocktails your mocktails, and easy, intuitive menu selection. You just have to buy the pods and put them in, and then of course fill the containers with whatever beverage out spirits. That's it, spirits you want, and all those spirits can be water if they need to be, and go from there. So anyway, that is the Bartesian professional cocktail machine with glass bottles and everything that you need. Minus, I don't think they might come with some sample pods, but you'll want to go up onto the Bartesian store to get some of the pods. Let's go over there to see if we can see some of the pods here. Yeah, there we go. So we have margarita pods. We have, what is this? Whiskey rum, cosmopolitan. Let's see some of the other ones. Yeah, there's a few different ones there. You can definitely check. So you just basically, once you get to the page, let's go back here a second. I'll show you how to do it. Come back. There we go. All right. So you go to the page, and all you have to do is find this right here where it says visit the Bartesian store. You click on that, and that'll take you here. There's all the pods that you can get, some of the drinks that you can order for this right here. Or I think there's also a way to make your own, but I'm not sure. So anyway, all the cocktail capsules. So we got margarita, we got cosmopolitan, whiskey sour, tropical margarita collection. What is that? Candyman? Yeah, Candyman margarita. Oh, that's pretty cool. So as you can see, lots of different ways, and that's through the Bartesian website. But of course, this is the Bartesian premium cocktail machine right there. All right, let's close that out. Get that out of the way. Let's talk about this guy. I bought this guy because I was doing some very fine-tune, very small screws, and basically putting motherboards into computers. So I got this Araya, and this is a multi-tool small screwdriver set. I actually bought this with my own money because I needed it. But anyway, it's the small screwdriver set, 60 in 1 with 56 bits precision. Let's move over here. There we go. I'll go down there. Get that out of the way. There we go. Bring that up a little bit. There we go. So that's the Araya. There's 60 different bits in here. We basically just open it up on the side there. We've got the screwdriver. We've got a interesting extension that does bend for you. So if you've got a very tight spot to put the screw in, you can kind of have it turned a little bit, and then of course turn it. You hold it like this, and let's see. Let's just put it in. Hold it like this. You turn it, and then if you turn it like this, it works. So pop that out. This thing right here, you just push that down, and you can pull that out. You can see it's an extension rod. So we can set it up to here, or we can bring it all the way down to here. These are the screws, and there's many different types of screws. If you're a watchmaker, if you're a computer repair person or anything like that, all of these will have what you need. Like if I need a little Phillips head, I'll just go ahead and pop that out, put it in. It is magnetic, so you could put the screw on the end and then basically get it to where you need to and then screw it in. There's the spinnable handle on the bottom. There's no ratchet on here, but I didn't want a ratchet when I for these types of screwdrivers. And like I said, if I need to extend it a little bit, that's where this little extension handle is from here. I think, let's take this out. Let's just double check. I never tried this. No, I don't think you can do that. So don't do that. Always use this little extension. There's no reason it should be out of the screwdriver, but then you can pop that in. We've got some Phillips heads. We got some special watch heads here. Let me zoom in a little bit more on this so you can see what we've got. There we go. And then we're going to lock that. So set this to the side. So as you can see, we got some Phillips heads, some flat heads. This one right here, I've come up across screws like this where there's something in the middle, and I know that now I know I have the tool to do that. We've got some hex things, but I also will use this one not only for hex but also for reset buttons. Resetting some sort of gadget or anything like that, because those pinholes are super small. Some more flat heads right here. Let's see, we've got 60 bits in all. We've got some different types of Phillips heads. You notice that they're a little bit different. Some of them have pointy ends, some of them are flatter, because it really depends on the screw that you're trying to take out. Some more different options here. Let's get some. Okay, and then on the back here, these are some hex nuts. So if you got some small hex nuts, you can pull that out. There are a couple extra tools up on top, but in all, you'll be able to get your whatever project done with these little screwdrivers. And let me put it back in the right way and zoom it back out like that. There we go. And then it all comes back in, lays it flat. Closes it up, presses down, and then this case can go into your toolbox or whatever. So once again, $14.99 for a great little set of tools from Oria, O-R-I-A. And there's 56 bits, but 60 pieces in all in the case. So you can check that out. All right. With that said, that done. Yeah, my neck itches. I don't know why. It's wild. Anyway, you can find me over at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat over there or down there or over there. And then there's a little follow button that you can also smash so you can be follow along with me. So, and let's get the last piece set up here. I think we got one more thing. Nope, two more things. Let's talk about the ELO, and then we'll unbox another item here. Get that out of the way. ELO. I unboxed this a couple months ago. What I do with the ELO. Here, ELO. There we are. And I keep it in the box because it's actually pretty cool. But this is the ELO Vagabond. Let me get something to drink first. Hold on. All right, this is the ELO Vagabond. This is a mobile gaming controller. It'll work for your iPhone 15, your iPhone 16, anything with USB-C, unfortunately. It will work with Android devices. You can play games off of this or a lot more. It's an MFI certified phone game controller and more. So let's go ahead. Let's open this up like that. That's why I like to keep this in because it's kind of a nice presentation box. And on the back here, it basically says powering pros, creating legends, having a lot of fun. So you got to get the app for it. But here's the controller, and that's really all we need from here. So here's the controller. Here's my phone. Notice my phone has a case on it. It just basically stretches out like this. The USB-C does bend a little bit. So you got to watch out because there's been a couple times that I've kind of missed putting that in. So basically, put that in and I'll lift it up and I'll stretch it out. And there we go. As you can see, it's already connecting up. I think I have ELO on here. There we go. That's the ELO Unleashed software. And not right now. Looks like we have another. Oh, I was part of their testing group. And then there looks like there's a firmware update. But basically, you can pretty much, once this gets set up, you can set this up for any game. And then you have a joystick. And the joystick's really straightforward. Let's zoom in so you can see this. There we go. So on this side, we have, your regular joystick. You got your regular joystick, your D-pad. Got a couple buttons up on top. Over on this side, we have the other joysticks, the ABXY buttons, and then the Unleashed software button that will open this up, and then a menu button. So inside of here, let's see if we can. I'd have to do the update firmware. Anyway, let's see. Is this going to be super? There we go. In here, you can choose any of the games, and basically what that does is it downloads the game into your phone and has it ready. So I'm not sure. Do I have this Dendrif? Let's hit play now. Okay, I don't think I have that on my list in here. So, but you can set up Call of Duty, Bomb Squad, Minecraft, Diablo, all these great games that you can play. Or once again, you don't have to play from here. You can go and find another game. And if they work with the controller, then you use the controller from there. So it works, like I said, this is an iPhone 16. It'll also work with Android devices. And I don't think I have it charged up. So, but and a lot of different types of Android devices. I'm not exactly sure the minimum requirements on this. I know the iPhone is basically has to be USB-C because it is a USB-C port. But as you can see, that's that. And then when it's done, all you have to do is pull out your phone, and there you go. Put it back into the Vagabond box, like I always do. And I'll put that back on, like so. Close it up, and there we go. ELO Vagabond, it's $99.99 for this guy right here. So perfect if you're a gamer and you're looking for something with some the buttons. I didn't really talk about the buttons, but I really do like how these buttons are set up. They're very strong, firm. So that's one of the reasons why you get one of these gaming controllers, because you get tired of the virtual buttons from the screen. And so you want to have good, solid button gameplay. And they did a great job in constructing this. I have a few other joystick accessory phone accessories. Yeah. And I can tell you that I really like how these buttons work, and they have a nice the ABXY button has a nice click to them. I didn't show you the side buttons as well because there's a few different side buttons and a lot more. So, but you can check it out if you want over at ELO Vagabond over at the link in the show. All right. I see a few of you have clicked on. Thank you guys very much. Let's go ahead and bring up the last thing here. Get this out of the way. We've unboxed a few things. This is the last thing. And before we do that, I do want to let you know, hey, we can get you can get the shirts. I was going to wear the before you geek out coffee shirt, but you can get that right now. And then of course, this is the logo hoodie for Geekazine. It's got a really cool Geekazine logo in the back, as you can see. And of course, the Geekazine logo in the front right there. So, and you can get that right now. And you can get everything over at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine. And I appreciate that very much. All right. Let's get back here. let's talk about this right here. This is the Pixu 64 from Devoom. Now, if you've watched my shows, I've had the Devoom 16 by 16 back in 2017, 2016, something like that. A great little device that allowed me to have little pixelated graphics. This is a lot more because this gives me just a lot more options because it is 64 by 64 on here. So let's go ahead. Oops. Let's go ahead. There we are. That. Yep. Zoom out a little bit. Just a little bit. Put that in the center. Focus it in. There we go. All right. Let's get this open. And as I open it, I will tell you a little bit about this. So it is a Wi-Fi Pixel Cloud digital picture frame. It has 64 by 64 LED pixels. So it can create little images. It can create fun stuff, interactive stuff. As you can see, you can check your Bitcoin as you go. Zoom out just a little bit more. Get this out of the way. Come on. Out of the way. There you go. There you go. All right, let's go ahead. Open this up. Inside, we have a couple different things. There's the Pixu right here. We'll just put it underneath. We got a set of instructions right here. That's some silica gel. We won't touch that. We got a box right here. Let's open it up. Inside, we've got a USB-C to USB-A connector. And then we have another bag right here. And then inside of here, it looks like a bunch of small stuff. I'm not exactly sure what these are. Some sort of mounting items, screws and washers right here. I'm going to put them back in this bag, I think. Unless this bag does not want to cooperate, then I can't. There we go. So I don't lose them. I'll put that over there. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. And now let's take a look at the Pixu 64. Slide that out. And there we go. We've got basically the front screen right here. Down below, looks like we have some mount screws. On the back, we have some mounting brackets for the wall. Nothing on the side. On the top, we have another mount screw, like a tripod screw, which is cool. We got a set of buttons right here. And let's see if we've got some power. I don't know if there's a battery in here or not. I think there's a battery. There's no... Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. No, I don't. I'm pretty sure there's a battery in here. Okay. So let's plug it in just in case. There is a USB-C port somewhere, probably down here. There we are. So let's go to the side shot so you can see this a little bit better. There we go. All right, so there's the picture frame right here. We're just going to plug it into my thing right here. You can also plug it into a computer, but there is a way to not have to plug it in the computer, and that's through the app. Let's plug this in here. back here. There we go. Look at that. Waiting to configure. This is where we get the Devoom app out. And I haven't opened this up in a while, so hopefully. There's the Devoom app right there. And I think it logged me in. So now I'm going to find, that's my local gallery. Now find the setting. There we go. Let's see if we can find the Devoom. There we go. So it's doing a Bluetooth search and it instantly sees the Pixu 64. We'll go ahead and do that. And it says use the USB adapter, 5 volt, 2 amp rated USB adapter, which we have. We're going to hit next. And it's going to try and get the Wi-Fi SSID, which I think, yeah. Now, the next thing it's saying is it's this waiting to configure, which is what we're seeing. So we're seeing that. So now we can put in our Wi-Fi name and network password. So I'm going to do that now. And it says it only does 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. We'll hit next. And it's Yep, it's connecting. Look at that right there. And there might be a firmware update that's needed for this. I don't know. We'll see. But it's connecting. It was really interesting because it didn't have the like normally it has like what's the SSID from list. I actually had to type in my SSID, so might get hung up on that because it's not connecting as quickly as I'd like it to connect for that. But we'll see. That's always the fun thing about opening up something is you kind of find out as you go. One thing I'm noticing down here is three little dots right here. I know there's a speaker in here, and this must be a micro. I think this is a microphone down here. It's because it can react to what's going on in your environment in some of these cases right here. So it is having a hard time connecting to Wi-Fi, which I expected it because it usually doesn't work the first time around when I'm live streaming it. So let's give it another second here. I don't think it's, let me just do that again. If not, I'll have to restart it. Yeah, it's getting hung up on 60%. And just unplug it and plug it back in. Now it's back to waiting to configure. I'm gonna. Okay. There was a setting that I needed to change. Now it's waiting to pair. Okay, now it shows my Wi-Fi, but I got to put in the password. And now it's going to connect. This will probably connect better. Like I said, it is 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So if you have Wi-Fi 6 a router and you don't think about connecting to a 2.4 or 5 gigahertz, you have it where it automatically does it. It can get hung up. These types of devices can get hung up on that fact. And so you might need to, I don't know, go into your router settings and change it so it's just going through 2.4 so you can fix it through. So it looks like we're getting hung on 60% once again, which I'm not sure why. But if this is the case, I won't be able to continue on because I'll need to set up a 2.4 gigahertz spot just to connect this up. And it also could be the phone because it's using the phone. And if the phone is on 5 gigahertz and this is 2.4 gigahertz, then you run into that issue. But we'll see if we can get to an error point at this point. Gotta love it. Gotta love the wait. Sometimes, right? I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think we're going to get stuck again. It should set up a 2.4 gigahertz. Just in case something like this happens. Let's see what happens if I switch it up like this. Now we're going through the connecting again. Wi-Fi name incorrect. That might be the fact that it's, like I said, that was Wi-Fi 6. So I wanted to see if that would work, but that didn't work. So I'm going to connect it up back here. All right. Trying the connection again. Once you get it connected up, then it's fine. This doesn't work. We'll set up a guest network really quick. All right. I don't think it's done. I think we're getting stuck here. Oh, we're getting stuck here. All right. What I did was I just set up a guest Wi-Fi. That's simply 2.4 gigahertz. Just gotta find it. Oh, suppose I need to enable it. There we go. Do that again. And then we'll do this once again. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So now we have a grounded. 2.4 gigahertz network. And we'll put in the password. And it says it's connecting again. This time it will be doing 2.4. Straight up. Now, I do like the fact that these do have tripod mount screws. So I could actually use this for something like, I don't know, a clock or tally light or anything like that. I've got these really cool stands that I could put this on. And just said connection timeout. And it says 5G. Just make sure. And we'll do it again. Maybe it's switched back. I'm not sure what it's doing there. Oh, maybe it connected. That's weird. If it's connected, then if I reboot it, then it should stay connected. Okay, we have a different setup here. So it must be connected. And it says join shared device group. On off for 8 seconds. I'm going to reset this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's the beep. Waiting to configure. There we go. Do this one more time. It's connecting. There we go. And it says there's a firmware update. There we go. My other device got it's updating device. Do not power off during this process. So we'll go through the firmware. It's not affecting the phone. It's actually downloading straight to the device, which is a good thing in this case. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90%. 100%. Ha ha ha. And it reboots. So now we should be able to get some of these setups. We'll probably do this Shiba one. All right, so this is the Shiba Inu clock. Display time. All right, there it is, right there. That's really how easy it is you display it, and there it is. So we have the two Shibas. We have the time and the date, of course. Now I have my own creations from the 16 by 16. We can choose a lot of different options, and they are almost instantly there. Let's see if I can use any of mine. You can create your own. Let's do this one. So get that off of there. There we go. I might not be able to use mine because, okay, there's my old Geekazine logo right there. So it actually looks pretty good on the 64 because this was built on a 16 by 16. So it's very pixelated, of course, but and then of course I had my on-air ones. So as you can see, we could have one sitting on the door to the room, and then you could say when I'm on air, that could be on there. I have a darker version of that. Um, let's see. We had the little fish. I don't know if I did. Did I design this or no? I think I grabbed this from. But as you can see, it's very straightforward. There's the blinking on air one and the Geekazine logo. So if I have this behind me, then it's you can see that, and yeah, and use that from there. I don't think that there's a battery inside here, so you definitely do have to plug this in and keep it charged up. But you also want it to be connected so you could have some of the many cool things on here. Like if you need to find out what your Bitcoin is, there it is right there, and you can we know that it's at 104.15. So, and to change it, I think we just need to go in here and change some, like for instance, we want to change this clock from a regular, from 12-hour clock to a 24-hour clock. You just have to change that setting right there. Yeah, it's just got the time. Those are the settings, the time zone and the 24-hour. But let's see what else we got here. Let's go ahead and choose this one. Let's see what options we have. We got our display the time, then 24 hours. Yes. We've got the GIF, which I think it's this one right here. We'll change it to this one. That's right there. And then the second one, we'll change to the crab. Oh, I don't. Okay. And the third one, we'll do this funky color thing. And then we'll hit OK. And now it'll reconfigure. And there we go. Look at that. Those are the three that I chose. We've got the date down here. We got the time and everything like that. So as you can see, pretty cool little device. And if we bring it up like this, look at that. If I, yeah, cord's not long enough, but if I put it on that back wall, you'll easily be able to see everything on here. I could put it on a tripod right here so you could see it. So I'm going to have to play with this and see what other options. It also has this interesting kickstand thing where you think, is it like this? Where's the kickstand? There we go. No. Okay. Yeah. So I'll show you how that works. So we'll go like this. Oops, wrong one. Go like this. So basically what you do is this little guy right here, you put it in like this, you turn it, and then actually I don't think you even need to put it in. I just basically have to put it in and slide it up. There we go. And now there's a kickstand. Get that out of the way. And now you have a kickstand for your sign. So you don't need to put it up like that. So I can do that right now. Let's go ahead and unplug this. And I'm going to go over here. Take some room. And now it's connecting up. It might not be. Let me do this. I don't know what the plug ratings are, so it might have stumbled on the ratings right there. So or it might be trying to get the Wi-Fi again. This is taking the longer part of the time, but as you can see, it's kind of getting it ready. And let's see if we can just kind of force it. Now it's connected. And hopefully, there we go. So there's our clock once again. And as you can see, it looks a little bit washed, but that you know that I'd have to fix the camera a little bit for that. But there you go. You have that, and you can have it in the background, and it can be a prominent thing. You can do a lot of different things with it. Some of these other different options, like right here, or some of the creations, like I said, that I had. Let's find my stuff again, so we can go on air. And then have the old Geekazine logo. I'll have to make the new Geekazine logo, which is that right there on there. So as you can see, there we go. We have the options. There is another button that I think that's a volume button. Let me double check on that. Oh, okay. So that button will switch through different options. Let's bring it back to on air. There we go. But there was an option. There was a VU meter on that. So anyway, that's it. That's the Davoom Pixu 64 picture frame, pixel cloud. I guess it's not really a picture frame. You might be able to put a picture in there, but it'll look very pixelated if you do. Let's see if we can do that. Because it's all going to be done through the app here. Let's there we go. I don't want to destroy the Geekazine one. Bring that back up. It's been a while. Oh yeah, forgot about this one. Picture not supported. Okay. I had one where it scrolled. I guess that's not supported by this one. All right. Well, you get the idea. We won't continue on here with this at this point, but you get the idea. That's how that works. So that's the Devoom Pixu 64 Wi-Fi Pixel Cloud. Once again, you need 2.4 gigahertz wireless. I'll have to figure out how to set this up with my Wi-Fi 6. That can always be a problem whenever you're setting up something that asks for 2.4 gigahertz only. So, and you can always set up a guest network for those devices, as I did on my router. It's not that difficult to do. So, but anyway, that does it for me. Once again, hey, if you want to support the channel even more, go ahead and get yourself one of the Geekazine shirts or the hoodie or anything like that. I appreciate that very much. It's nice and warm. Comes with a hood, so I can be like this, and my ears are starting to warm up because I turned the heat off while I'm doing the show, and it's probably getting pretty cold. So anyway, that does it for me. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for being here. Thanks for everybody. Scott, thank you very much for being here. And of course, you can check everything out afterwards over at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine. So, all right, till next time, you guys geek out. Take care, and yeah, take care.